Hey guys, I'm Angela and welcome back to Hobby Night. This week, I wanted to start the news video off by thanking the Chaos Cultist for his assistance last week. It was very much appreciated. I was very busy. But do not worry, I have kicked him out of the seat of power and taken it back for myself so that I might deliver you this week's Warhammer news. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The Deathguard Codex went on pre-order this Saturday, and I made sure to get mine through my friendly local game store. I also picked up basically like one of everything, I think, except for the Poxwalker box, because I'm getting the Combat Patrol and it's got 30 of them in it, so I don't feel like I need the extra 10. I already have 60 additional Poxwalkers that I've got already painted, so I've got plenty already, and honestly, I think it's a little overpriced. But beyond that, I'm very excited for this next coming weekend because, oh my gosh, I'll finally have the brand new version of this codex in my hands and I'll be able to look at it. And at that point, we're going to do an actual full review. So we're not going to go over too much this week, although I am very, very excited about the fact that Mortarion looks like an absolute monster now, and I might need to be building mine up. So we'll see about that coming to the channel in the future. Maybe soonish, who knows? Speaking of pre-orders, I work in a game store, as a lot of you might know, and if you don't, I work in a game store. And something that I noticed about GW's pre-orders going forward, they seem to only be doing them every other week. I assume that this is probably to help prevent, honestly, further disappointing delays like what happened with the Deathguard Codex going forward, as we are still in the COVID era and things aren't fully back on track yet. So this will probably help them slow down production a little bit and get things out in a more timely manner without disappointing a lot of people. But it's just something that I thought was interesting and noticed when I was going through orders and stuff. Are you a fan of the Ultramarines? Are you a fan of the successor chapter, the Celestial Lions of the Ultramarines? Well, then you might also be a fan of the successor chapter to the Celestial Lions, which is getting a full article, an Index Astartes article, in this month's White Dwarf magazine, which seems pretty cool. They gave a small preview on Warhammer Community's website. My goodness, I can't say words today. And it was pretty interesting. They are, like I said, the successor chapter to the Celestial Lions. I really actually like their armor color. It's this nice sort of cerulean blue. Very, very beautiful. And they seem to be a group of Marines that if you want to charge forward, advance forward, charge, and then hit them like a hammer, this is your group. The Emperor's Spear, aptly named. I think they're pretty cool. They're getting a lot of love in the White Dwarf magazine. Like I said, they've got that article coming out, and not only is there going to be a whole bunch of lore in there, but there's a whole bunch of new rules as well. They really like to give the Space Marines a lot of love, don't they? I'm very excited for my Blood Bowl team because not only am I getting the dwarf that they previewed a little while ago that is a star player and also works with my Sylvan Spotlight team, the Necromantic Horrors, which you can see here. We've started painting them. These ones have all actually been painted by my husband, and he's done an excellent job, and he's helping me prep them for my games at the store that I work at. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the new star player because we got a preview of the dwarf, like I said, and now we have the Widow of Blood Bowl, Gretchen. I think she is fantastic. I absolutely love the artwork that they used in the article where they were describing her. Basically, her backstory is fantastic. She was not actually a fan of the game, but her husband was. And then when she passed, because I think he died before her, when she passed because she was so bitter about Blood Bowl, this necromancer was like, I'm going to use that, and resurrected her, and now she is a Banshee that can be run in undead teams, and I'm very, very excited because she seems like she's going to be really cool. She seems to be able to help with the running game, which the undead really do. They don't do a lot of passing, which is why I'm feeling like she's going to be more useful to my team than the dwarf. But we'll see. I'm probably definitely going to be picking up both because my household has 2 undead teams in it, so we can use one or the other, and it'll give us some options. But I'm very excited for her. I'm definitely going to be picking her up. Let me know if you will be too. Last but not least this week, we got a look at a new kit coming out for House Orlock from the Necromunda game. And they seem pretty cool. So of all of the games for Warhammer 40k, Necromunda, or not Warhammer 40k, just in the Warhammer universe, Necromunda is the one that I'm the least experienced with. I know very little about it, but I really, really like the models that have come out for it. But I actually don't own any of them. And this kit that they previewed on Warhammer Community for the Orlock house, I'm very interested in because it's an entirely female kit. It has a, I think it's a sergeant in arms, I think was what it's called. Let me just double check real quick. I have it in my notes. A road sergeant, I'm sorry. So it's gonna be a kit with a road sergeant and then a couple of gunners in them. They're all ladies, which I think is fantastic. And I really just want to compliment GW on their sculpts for these, because not only do I think they made them still feminine looking, because occasionally GW has this problem where like the female faces don't exactly look feminine, or they have like an extreme like male gaze and kind of go to that classic like 80s power metal hot lady look sometimes, which works for certain things, but not for everything. And I really appreciate the fact that these girls look great, but they also look like they actually can like carry around these big ass guns that they're carrying. So I think that's really cool. And especially with the road sergeant, like she looks like an absolute badass. And this might be the kit that makes me finally pick one up, because I just really am sold on these women. I don't know why, there's just something about them. Oh, you know what it is? They kind of remind me of Aubrey, the mechanic in Atlantis. Like they have this weird vibe to them that I got off of her, and I really freaking love that character. So yeah, I definitely think I may be picking myself up this kit whenever it comes out. They haven't said, but eventually down the line, we'll see it, and maybe I'll be painting it up either here or, you know, showing it off on Twitter or Instagram or something like that. That's been it for this week in Warhammer news. I've been Angela, you've been watching Hobby Night. Make sure that if you liked this video to click that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to see more hobby goodness from me, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at hobby_night. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. In fact, on Monday for a brand new painting video. Bye guys.